Hello and welcome to Oracle Database Video Tutorial Series. I'm Ahmed, and in this video we'll learn about views, sequence, and indexes. A view is a logical table based on one or more tables. A view contains no data itself. An SQL query is used to create a view from one table or more tables. We can safely say that a view is a stored SQL statement. Views may be useful in a number of ways. For example, structuring data for reporting purposes, or data access control. For example, restricting a clerk in the department to view only relevant data to that department. To create a view, use create view clause, then provide view name, then use as clause, and then provide SQL statement on that our view will be based. Here is an example of how to create view. In this example, we are creating a view named admin employees, and in the SQL query, we are choosing those rows that belong to department 10, which is admin department. This is another example of create view. Here we are creating a view from two tables, employees table and department table. We are using alias A for employees table and B for departments table, and joining these tables by department ID, and this will include 3 columns from employees table and department name from department table. Sequence is a database object to auto-generate numbers. It can be used to generate primary key on the go. Let's take a look at how to create a sequence. First, provide create sequence clause and provide name of the sequence. Start with clause will set a number from where the sequence start. Then increment by clause will set the number to be incremented by. Max value will set a maximum value to be set, but it is optional. No cycle means that the sequence will not cycle when it reaches the maximum value. If we had cycle when the sequence reached maximum, the sequence would have started over again at the minimum value of the sequence. Cache means that Oracle will predetermine the next value that we provide of the given sequence. Here in this example, we are creating sequence that's name is test. It starts with 1 and increments by 1, has a maximum value of 3000 and will not cycle or start over with it when it would reach its maximum limit, and has a cache of 20 numbers. Sequence name.nextVal will issue the next number, whereas sequence.name.curval or current value will show the current value of the sequence. This is a demo of creating sequence, next value and current value. An index is an optional structure associated with a table that can sometimes speed data access. By creating an index on one or more columns of a table, you gain the ability in some cases to retrieve a small set of randomly distributed rows from the table. An index primarily is used to enable fast access to one or more rows of information stored in a database. Indexes are schema objects that are logically and physically independent of the data in the objects with which they are associated. Thus, an index can be dropped or created without physically affecting the table. In general, creating an index on a column in any of the following situations might be useful. The indexed columns are queried frequently and return a small percentage of the total number of rows in the table. Or a referential integrity constraint exists on the indexed column or columns. The index is a means to avoid a full table lock that would otherwise be required if you update the parent table primary key, merge into the parent table, or delete from the parent table. The following statement creates an index on the last name column of the table employees. And you can see create index and name of the index we want to give it, on clause, and then the table name, in this case employees, and in the parentheses the column on which we are creating the index. In this video, the aim regarding Oracle indexes was to familiarize you with the concept of indexes, but since it is a bit advanced concept that is in the sphere of performance tuning, I advise you to explore it further once you get a good grip on the concepts of database administration and performance tuning.